Hey, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, which is going to be a very short one, I'm going to show you how to enable the Microsoft Defender for Endpoint trial in your Microsoft 365 tenant you could use for lab environments. First, we want to go in and make sure that we can add the trial licenses to our tenant. And then we want to make sure Microsoft Defender for Endpoint is going to be enabled. So it could be used by the users and you can assign it, for example, use for your Intune users. So without further ado, let's check out what we can do using the Microsoft Defender for Endpoint trial. And just as always, if you like this video, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel to be notified about any new updates I do, for example, on Microsoft Defender for Endpoint. To enable the Microsoft 365 environment trials, you need to be in the admin center for Microsoft 365. So you want to navigate to admin.microsoft.com. Now, for enabling the trial for Microsoft Defender for Endpoint, you want to be in the billing section, and then you want to search for purchase services. Now, when you go in here, you want to use the search button or the search field here on the right hand side, and you want to search for endpoint. You want to search for the word endpoint. If you search for that word, you will see that you can add the Microsoft Defender for Endpoint trials. Now, I want to make sure that we enable the Microsoft Defender for Endpoint P2 trial, because that allows us to do everything in Microsoft Defender for Endpoint. Once you have opened up the Defender for Endpoint Plan 2 trial, click the Start Free Trial button. And once you have done so, just click Try Now, and that will order the Defender for Endpoint Plan 2 trial for your environment. It takes a couple of seconds before everything has been fixed. Here we are. So the next thing we want to do is click Continue, and that's it. Now, obviously, it makes sense to make sure that also we have users that have that license assigned, so we can start making use of it. So what I want to do is I want to be in my Microsoft Entra Admin Center, and I want to open up the groups environments. One of the things that I have done is I created a group which I named LIC for license and then Intune users. In this group, I have put in a couple of members, as you can see here, and I have been assigning some licenses via this group already. So I have been adding EMS, Office, and Windows licenses to those users. Now I want to do another assignment, and I'm going to select the Microsoft Defender for Endpoint Plan 2, and if I'm happy with this, I'm going to click Save in the bottom. And what now will happen is that the users in the group will get that trial license assigned. Just like that. It doesn't have to be difficult, right? Now, one other step that I want to take to make sure that Microsoft Defender for Endpoint is actually going to be provisioned inside our Microsoft 365 tenant is I want to navigate to defender.microsoft.com, which is the new shortcut for accessing the Microsoft 365 Defender pages. It will actually forward you into the old one called security.microsoft.com. In here, when we can see the Microsoft Defender or Microsoft 365 Defender page building up, one of the things that we want to do is I want to click on devices here. If I click on devices, I am supposed to get to see a cup of coffee, and that is the cup of coffee indicating that the Microsoft Defender for Endpoint space is being created. This is actually a new experience. In the old experience, you would have to go into the settings environment and you would have to go and click Microsoft 365 Defender first. We no longer need to do this. We can just go into that. We can go into the devices view here. As we can see at this point, we do not have all the data yet. And the reason is that we are still waiting the provisioning part of the Microsoft Defender for Endpoint environment in Microsoft 365. So just like that, this is how we can make sure that we enable Microsoft Defender for Endpoint trials in our demonstration tenant. If you found this video useful, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel to be notified about any new updates on, for example, Microsoft Defender for Endpoint that I do on the YouTube channel. So thank you again for watching. I hope you found this video useful, and hopefully we will see each other next time in one other video that I put on this channel. Thank you.